Welcome to Never Say Neverland. If you've watched my videos before, welcome back. If this is your first time finding me, hi, welcome. My name's Sam. I am a Sen mum based in the UK. I have two incredible children who love all things Disney, as does their mummy. My son is 6. He was diagnosed with autism when he was 2.5, and I am documenting our travels to Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, and sharing the tips that I've learned along the way from our previous trips. I've been going to Disney for over 30 years and have been on multiple cruises, so I am packed full of knowledge that I want to share with you all. So today, we're going to be talking about Disney Cruise Line terminology. Because let's face it, when you're booking a cruise for the first time, some of the words thrown at you can just blow your mind. Discombobulated comes to mind. Let's get started. First of all, if you've ever been to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, or any of the Disney parks, you'll have heard the terminology cast members. If you haven't, this might be new to you. Basically, a cast member is a member of staff that works for Disney. On board the cruise, they're going to be stateroom hosts, captains, entertainers, there will be servers at your restaurant, but let me tell you here, they are the most incredible people. They will make your trip so magical. They will go above and beyond to try and make sure that you have the most special holiday possible. So you want to go and hunt out your cast members and get to know them because they are incredible. The next word that you might have heard floating about, no pun intended, is a muster drill. What the heck is a muster drill? This is what I was thinking when I first went on a cruise. A muster drill is a mandatory safety procedure. When you board the ship on the first day, you will have to attend a safety drill at some point before you leave the terminal. So what happens here is, obviously, you're a ship, you're going to be on water, they want everyone to be safe, as does everyone. We all want to be safe. So it's something we have to do together. You don't need to bring anything other than yourself. And it's important to note that everybody in your family needs to attend. So you'll be able to find out where your muster drill station is. It will be listed on the back of your door in your bedroom or your stateroom, which I'll come to in a minute. It will also be in your navigation app. If you are unsure, you can ask a cast member somewhere along the lines. They will point you in the right direction. We have had times where ours have been out on deck, and as a family we have had to line up in high order in order for them to almost take a register to just run through what to happen in an emergency. They will sound a loud horn, which they will alert you before they do so. But if you have any sensory sensitive family members or you yourself are sensitive to loud noises, I would recommend having ear defenders or kind of loop earplugs in just to protect your hearing a little bit during this time. There are also muster stations that are inside. We have had on board the Disney Wish one that was inside one of the restaurants. So we were sat at a dining table whilst they ran through the safety drills. There are also ones in the theatres and across different venues around the ship. So I referred to it a minute ago. I talked about a stateroom. What is a stateroom? Well, basically a cruise ship is like a floating hotel. So your stateroom is your bedroom. It's where you'll be sleeping at night unless you plan on sleeping on deck, which I do not recommend that you do. Not tried it, don't recommend. So your stateroom can be one with a balcony, it might be an inside one, it might be one with a porthole. You can look out onto the sea, or you might be super lucky and you might have a concierge room. That's the dream. So what is rotational dining? I covered this off in one of my other videos in a bit more detail, but basically you'll be allocated 3 main restaurants, and every night you will visit one of those restaurants. You must attend that particular restaurant. You can't go to the same one 3 times, no matter how much you like it. But you can also opt to not go to your dining reservation. There is plenty of dining choices, which I do cover in my other video, which I will link down below. You might also have heard the term fish extender. What the heck is a fish extender? I'll be totally honest, when I first went on a cruise, it sounded like some kind of fishing term. I thought I was going to have to like cast something out off the side of the boat and reel in a fish. It's not that. It's actually a really wonderful and magical gift exchange that Disney cruise guests, arrange in their own time ahead of the cruise. This is not something that Disney arranges. So if you want to participate in that, I highly recommend going on Facebook, finding the Facebook group for your sailings and getting involved. It is super magical for your children. But if you don't want to do that, but still want to spread a bit of pixie dust around, then pixie dusting is the thing for you. In the run up to our cruise, we like to make friendship bracelets, to do a little bit of Disney crafting. We get our Disney craft on and we gift these to people we see around the ship. We drop things outside people's doors, to cast members that have made our day super magical. Please don't forget the cast members. It's super special to them as well if they get pixie dusted. So we love to do that just as a little treat, especially if they're away from their families or not in a country that they've ever been to. They love to kind of get some British sweets and they get super excited about it. So that is a really good thing to do. Now this next one, if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this, the Navigator app. So the Navigator app is the Disney Cruise Line app. And basically it will be everything you need to know about the ship. It will tell you your room number. It will tell you where your rotational dining will be. When you first board the ship, it will talk through all the activities that you can do on board. You can go through and favourite and heart them. If you're all about meeting characters, go in and pick meet Mickey, meet Minnie, and so on and so on. And it will then send you little reminders like a calendar, because let's face it, who wants to be constantly checking? You want it to ping up and go, hey, Mickey's in the atrium, go and meet him now. And you just go and it's amazing. You don't have to think, it just does it for you. And it's everything you need in that one little app. One thing I would say to you though is try and download it before you board the ship, because whilst there is Wi-Fi on there and you can buy a premium Wi-Fi package, it's not as fast as downloading it before you board the ship. So you're going to want to do that. So what is Onboard Activities? Well, it is, as the name says, it's activities that are on board the ship. There is such a wide range of things, from silent discos to bingo to kids clubs to character meet and greets. The list is endless. You will find that all on your Navigator app. So once again, download the app. What is a port of call? So chances are on your sailings, your boat will be stopping somewhere. Guests can leave the ship, they can go and explore, or you could choose to stay on board. The ports are super quiet if you stay on board. So a port of call is basically where you're stopping and where you are leaving the boat. So you will dock at your port of call. You can go and do port adventures that are arranged by Disney. You can explore completely off your own back. And last but not least, what the heck is a tender? When I first went on a Disney cruise, I did not know what a tender is. A tender is basically when you aren't able to pull up to your port of call, a small boat will come and collect guests and take them to the destination. So think of it, if you will, as a water taxi. Now, if you are a family that has mobility challenges, this is something that you might want to speak to Disney about and make special arrangements beforehand if you want to leave the boat, because some of the tenders may not be accessible. I would recommend always, if you've got any questions like that, ringing up the Disney Cruise Line helpline before you go, or speaking to guest services when you're on board. There you have it. That was my super quick explanation to Disney Cruise Line jargon. I hope that this has helped answer some of your queries. If you still have questions around certain terminology that you've heard that I haven't covered, please drop it down in the comments and I will go in and explain anything that I haven't covered in this video. I'd also love to hear, is this your first cruise? Are you part of the Castaway Club? Have you done multiple ones? I love to talk anything Disney. I'd love it if you could also like and subscribe to my channel. I will be covering a lot of Disney Cruise Line content, Walt Disney World. I talk a lot about exploring Disney with my neurodiverse family. I also have a blog that is called neversayneverland.com, which is full to the brim of blogs around Disney, Walt Disney World, Disney cruises. So please check it out. I'm so grateful that you've watched this far. Thank you so much. And I hope that you come back next time to explore my next video with me. Have a wonderful day and I will see you all soon.